Hello and welcome to another screencast by London Metropolitan University. My name is JD and these screencasts are aimed at LondonMet staff who want to create Turnitin links on their modules. There will be 3 screencasts in this series. The first screencast will be on how to create an OnTime Turnitin assignment link. The second screencast will be on how to create an extended deadlines link. And the third screencast will be on how to create a practice link for any tutors who want to create a link on their module for students to practice. Links to each one of the screencasts will be included in the description below. Also look out for the 3 screencasts on WebLearn submissions. Before you can create a link for your students to submit, there is some bits of information that you need. If you have entered the correct due date in eVision, the information that you need you can get from your module. All you need to do is to navigate to the control panel, navigate to Module Tools, and then click on Assessment Manager. When Assessment Manager opens, the first option is to get the assignment setup details. Click onto that, and you will be given a table that will have all the information on the components for this particular module. You have the module instance, the component number, the suggested component title, the component due date. On the right hand side, if you want to create a Turnitin link, you would click on Turnitin to find the configuration settings. If you want a WebLearn link, you would click on the WebLearn to find the configuration settings for WebLearn. As I'm creating a Turnitin link, I would find the component number that I want to create and click onto Turnitin. I would get a dialog box, and it would then give me the information I need to create my link. As I'm creating an on-time assignment, I would have a look at the suggested assignment title, the points value, take a note of the start date, the due date, and the suggested post date. I would also read the recommended settings, which are highlighted in red here. Once I've understood the information, I would then go to my module and create the link. So find the area that you want to create the link in. Most of the time it will be called Online Assessment. Click onto Online Assessment and then hover the mouse over Assessment and then go down to Turnitin UK Assignment. If you're presented with the Select Your Assignment Type page, make sure Paper Assignment is selected and click Next Step. Now I need to enter the information. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use this information for this assignment to populate my settings. So I will make the start date and time exactly as it is here, the due date and time the same, and the post date and time exactly the same. Once you check to make sure that the information is correct, you can go down to the optional settings. Make sure you put enough instructions for the student to understand, because this is the only place where students will see instructions for the Turnitin link. Here are some suggestions. You can pause the video here just to have a look to see what these are. Unfortunately, the carriage return in the Enter Special Instructions box does not work, so you have to include the tag BR at the end of each sentence to get it to return. As an example of what I mean, if you don't put the BR at the end of each sentence where you want to return, your instructions to the students will look like this. As you can see with the top example, even though I press the return, the information comes in one big block. In the second example, I put the BR tag in and the carriage returns are recognized. The following settings allow submissions after the due date? No. Generate originality report for submission, yes. Generate originality reports for student submissions. Immediately first is final. What this means is that the student will submit once and get one originality report. If you allow a student to resubmit, you will then have to go into the settings to clear the student's submission before they can submit again. The other option is immediately can overwrite reports until due date. What this means is that students can submit their assignments up until the due date and get originality reports back. The problems may arise with this is that if a student submits their assignment after a tutor has entered feedback and a mark, all of the feedback and the mark will be lost and the tutor will need to re-enter the feedback and the mark. The other three options are optional as to whether you want to exclude the bibliography, quoted materials or small matches in the originality check. Allow students to see originality report, yes. Enable translation matching, no. Reveal grades to students only on post date, yes. Submit papers to standard paper repository for an on-time assignment is always yes. Search options, all three options should be chosen. If you want to attach a rubric, you can attach a rubric, but the rubric must be created in advance. Please note that if you've not created a rubric previously on the module, that the only option you'll have will be to create a rubric. If you don't want to create a rubric, just leave it as it is. EST recommendation is no. At the bottom it says, would you like to save these options as your default for future assignments? We recommend that each time an assignment link is created, all of the settings are rechecked, so this is not relevant in this case. When you are happy with the submission, click submit. You will get a warning message just letting you know the difference in time between the post date and the due date. If you're happy with that, click continue. Click OK on the dialog box and you will see your link is created with the information that you submitted into the instructions. The advice is to now create an extended deadlines link. Please look for the extended deadlines link screencast that you can find in the description below. Thank you.